Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back to some World of Warcraft, and in today's video I want to give you guys a bit of an update on what's been happening with my shaman. This is actually a process that has taken several weeks since I managed to get to level 110 and I started doing some BGs just to have some more fun and started exploring storylines and questings and things like that. So in order to, let's take a look at this at my plate time. In order to get here, I did have to play in total now 4 days, which is around 100 hours, you could say again. Add to that another 100 hours in order to get to level 100. And yeah, you do have 200 hours to basically come to a point where you could start to get into the group content really and maybe raid or stuff like that. But the phase that you can still go through that really ups your gear score mostly, which is what it's all about in this expansion apparently, is what I would call the Argus grind. So you get level 9-10 items for that. And that's what I want to show you guys on this one. So after doing some storylines, you eventually get the ability to go to the Vindicar, which also allows you to go into Argus, do some quests there, and definitely unlock and start doing the world quests there. It took me quite a while to actually get into that process, so you can definitely rush for that a lot more quickly and efficiently than what I have done. But I must also say, doing this completely solo as a new player is going to be very difficult. And what really helps me was to run this together with Dagarn. So on a couple of evenings, we just decided to, you know what, we're gonna group up and the both of us are gonna do some world quests there and some world bosses, maybe some invasion points and things like that. And that's really when I got a nice feel of what it takes to do that Argus grind and a nice bit of progress as well. And so here you go, you've got 3 parts to Argus where you can see some daily quests and these bosses, for instance. So let's maybe quickly try to do one of each. Is this one, is that doable? Let's see. Maybe an invasion point as well could be cool. So what have we got? Let's just go to King of the Forests. Let's try and go over here. So really my tip, especially if you're a completely new player and you're doing this for the first time, when you don't have like a 900 plus item level, you are going to struggle with doing this efficiently solo, and I would advise to grab a partner, find someone maybe in a guild or something like that, or just a friend that also plays World of Warcraft, group up with him and run this with 2 people. But once you do, it's really all about efficiency, which you get to know most of these quests as you do them. And you can definitely grab what is called the Veiled Orgonite, and you need 650 for 1 piece. So that's really what you're grinding for. I can use just 1 more of these, and someone is doing them. So when you have this, of course, you need to rush in, do a little bit of damage, and you'll also get... Let's take a look at that. Is he going to die? Took him longer than I thought. But there we go, 15 Veiled Orgonite. That is of course quite nice. You can see that it's now gone from the map, and maybe I also got a bit of reward for that? No, so just got 70 Veiled Orgonite. Let's see, here we get some artifact power, we get some gold, and we get potentially an 890 plus boots. And so that's not great, because you really do want to focus, I would say, for your Orgonite first of all, because that is just directly tradable for your gear upgrades at that point. So these are the world bosses. Again, one solo player, I think I can handle most of these now, because I am at gear score 925 and I actually have most of these Argus upgrades. But if you're alone, then it can be quite tricky. So if with 2 though, with 2 players, it should really be no problem at all to handle these. So you've got the world bosses. Next up, I also go look for a quest here, for instance, 70 Veiled Orgonite. That's not bad. Spiders cleansing and spiderness burnt. I think that's quite doable and should be pretty close to that base. So you just teleport over there, and I would say just you can try and do all of them if you really want to make a quick headway on the grind. If not, I would focus on the Veiled Orgonite. Most of the gear pieces that I've seen dropping, so you saw that from some of these other quests, have basically been 890 and have been inferior to what you get for your Veiled Orgonites. So you can click on the quest to see where stuff is happening, and obviously that looks like a spider lair. So there we have to kill 10 spiders and burn 6 spider nests. Let's see if we can quickly do that. At this point I like to tag some of these. You as well. Then we'll just add our totem, see if we can't attract any more of them. Oh, and I did move that over here. I need to get used to it, but I think for PvP that this can work a little bit better to, for instance, stop castings and things like that. So there we go. Let's see if we can burn this down. Is it just do damage? Yeah, looks like it. Okay, that's nice. We'll jump over here. You can come with me. And so obviously you do learn to run these a bit more efficiently as you become more powerful. Because now we can just blop, blop, blop. Bit of AoE. And there we go. That's 9 spiders done already. Let's see if we can kill this guy quickly. That'll work. That's the 10th spider. Let's go after this one. Let's see if we can put the totem. Ah, he does attract attention. Okay, let's do this. That. I attract attention apparently as well. But yeah, just a couple more nests to do. You can see here 7.5 million HP. That can be tricky. That can be tricky to have to slug through yourself. But I think you can also tell if we had like another player here, maybe Daegarn, on his druid, then this would go a lot faster. So next up, another spider nest. That is down. Excellent. That one is next. Let's just do some single target damage. That's 4 out of 6. Perfect. Quickly target that one. Blap. And quite often there's other players running the exact same quests, which of course you can just tag along on that. You can tag the targets. Blap. 6 out of 6.
Of those Legion pests and cleared the way for our troops. Well done.
Yep, there you go. And as a result, I'm now at, let's take a look here, 140 Veiled Orgonites, so a little bit more to go. Something you're seeing here on the minimap, these treasure chests, especially if you get to know where exactly they are. Let's maybe take a quick look if it's just straight up here. Definitely worth it as well. And then there's one down there somewhere as well. Let's see if we can spot. There it is. Definitely worth it to go look for these, because damn it, sometimes they do despawn like that, but if you saw what was in there, more Veiled Orgonites. So if you see this on the minimap, it can definitely be worth it to hunt for them. Some of them can be in tricky positions, like this one is supposed to be down somewhere, which means that it's going to be all the way down there. And well, for the video, I'm not going to hunt for these normally, especially if I have enough time. I would go after this treasure chest down there as well. But I just want to show you guys the grind. So that's the second part. Quest for Veiled Orgonites. You've got the bosses and then the chests. And then we'll get back here and then we'll do an invasion point as well. This is something that I had to get used to. But once you're in one, I was introduced to that again by Daegarn, who really helped me get acquainted with all of the mechanics here. So let's go for this invasion point, for instance. Yeah, you need to get used to having to look for that group yourself. But at the moment, this is very easy content again that should yield you Veiled Orgonite most of the time. So for...
You are overdue for remedial lessons. Report to the Hall of Enlightenment for an exam.
Okay, we'll do that a little bit later, because right now I want to get to that invasion point, which is up and to the left, it would seem. Let's see if we can just get there. And I'll show you guys that mechanic. I think that these are pretty cool, but they are being overrun basically by the player base at the moment. Maybe, no, I think it's cross-server, so that doesn't even matter that much if you're an active server or not. So just get into the invasion, and what you want to do next is go look for a group that's running it. So pre-made groups, custom, find a group, then you have to filter for the name. So you can see the name on the top right. And here, this is a big group. We can sign up for that. As DPS, press accept. And there you go. You're in the raid and you're in the instance. We are at stage 1 of 3. Let's get started. Pretty massive group running this invasion.
The Legion is reeling from your onslaught. Cut them down.
There we go. So you can just decide on what you want to focus on. You can also try to do a bit of healing if that's what you want to do, or you can just focus on doing DPS all over the place. Next one. What is your problem? Let's go like that. I like to put my dots on everything, which can then easily trigger the instant cast lava burst. You're next. Not sure why we have 2 Hellfire Infernals defeated. 3 out of 5. Is there stuff coming after me? Can always put up some totems in defense. Ooh, that's a big guy. Fell enraged. Yeah, there's another one. He's down. Anyone need healing? That's quite okay. And there we go. Final stage. There is the boss. Let's put down this totem. Use Stormkeeper. See if we can do some damage here. Masgoroth. You can see that it does become quite hectic. Sometimes my FPS also drops from everything that's happening on the screen. But there we go. Invasion point finished. Need to be a little bit closer. Just get back out of the portal. Zoop, like that. Leave the party. And then you'll see that you will slowly be ported back into your own instance right there. And then if again we go for my currency, 181 Veiled Orgonite. And so in these 10 minutes we have made some pretty nice progress when it comes to getting that currency. After that, once you have acquired 650 of it, so I'm going to show you guys the vendor as well. I had to look for that. All of this was eventually explained to me by Dagarn, which is really nice. Again, a buddy for this type of content. I would highly recommend that. It is going to smoothen the experience by quite a lot. But can't take the service right now. How about now? If you have enough... God damn it. Still had to fire one bolt at me. But what you want to do, get back to the Vindicar. Then get down there. And the vendor is this guy. Right here. Tomaturge Vashrin would like to buy from you. And there you go. For these Veiled Orgonites you can buy level 9-10 relics rings. Basically your entire gear set can be upgraded this way. This is definitely still doable solo, although again I would recommend that you try to gather at least one other player in order to get a smoother experience there. But this is definitely like the final upgrade I think that you can do without having to go into the group content, looking for raids, maybe mythics, stuff like that. And I've been enjoying that quite a lot. I have almost all of my pieces. I also have some lucky pieces like the Roots of Shaladrassil that actually dropped from a battleground, and a Knight 30 helmet from a battleground as well. But you get some pretty nice rings, for instance, at Knight 10 and Knight 15. Sometimes they can be Warforged as well. And it's been a really nice experience upgrading that as well. Maybe another one that I should quickly mention at this point, which I had to look for too, is so this is now my artifact weapon. You can see it's at 73. Your goal, I think, if you want like an end goal as a solo player, would be 75, because after a few more storyline quests in Argus, you unlock the Netherlight Crucible, which is this, and that basically gives you some extra abilities on your relics, which I've taken the chaotic route, and yeah, pretty cool and potentially quite powerful as well. Pretty important to go for in order to have a smoother time in the Argus quest lines and the Argus world quests. As you saw here, I can actually handle most of that by myself now. Of course, just need to upgrade one more relic and then I'm done with this upgrade as well. So that's all up to you. But there you go, guys. That is my update for World of Warcraft. The Argus grind is almost over. I'm gonna finish that and I will see what I want to do next. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you all next time.